Hey, it's Friday, and it's the Friday before Mother's Day. Now, one, let me give you 2 days warning that Sunday is Mother's Day. You still have time to plan a nice phone call. You still have time to send her something in the mail and it get there, at least with the overnight shipping. You still have time so you can be remembered as a good son or a good daughter. But if you like me, Mother's Day is a little tough because I don't have my mom with me anymore. As you know, Mom moved to Nashville the last 4 years of her life, and we cared for her. She was dealing with dementia and Alzheimer's, and we walked that road together. Now, I've always been really close to my mom, so it was kind of a mixed blessing. One, I'm glad I got to spend the time with her, but two, it was really, really hard to watch her slip away kind of day by day. My mom was a piece of work, and she played the piano my whole life. I don't ever remember a time when, if she was in a house, especially if she was in a house with any kind of piano, that she wasn't playing it. I tell people that was a soundtrack of my life. She would always play the great hymns, the great old gospel songs, and she'd play them all the time. After we had dinner as a family, she'd walk in, play the piano for an hour or so, and she would be playing the piano while my dad and I watched television. She played in the local church. She played for our church for a long time, and so that music was always part of my life. Now, here's what is interesting about my mom and her music. The Alzheimer's and dementia took a lot away from her. She couldn't remember a lot of the great family stories, and I would have to remind her or prompt her. She lost the ability to read, which was always important to her, but she didn't lose her music. So sometimes I would bring her over to the church for the nurture team meeting or senior adult something, and I would bring her over. And we'd come a little early so she could play the piano, and I would take her into the chapel, or I would take her into the sanctuary, and she would sit down at the piano and she would play. She made me buy her a big note hymnal, large print hymnal. Thing weighed 50 pounds, and I would bring it in, I would set it up, and she would never look at it. She would just play. But here's what I noticed as I sat in those first couple of pews and just watched her play. My mom wasn't playing. That's where she prayed. She couldn't find the words, but she could find the music. And here she was, in a place she didn't want to be, dealing with an illness she didn't want to deal with. Somebody else in control of her life, which made her mad every day. Not being able to come up with a word, or not being able to remember somebody's name. But when she played, she would play, "Pass me not, O gentle Savior." You know the hymn? When I was growing up as a Baptist kid, we would sing that at the end of every service. That was always the invitation hymn, and we would sing it slowly and mournfully, almost like a funeral dirge, begging someone to respond to the message and somebody come forward and join the church or make a decision to follow Christ and be baptized. But not that moment. My mom played it as a prayer. Here I am in a place I don't want to be, dealing with something I don't want to deal with. Pass me not, O gentle Savior. I'll never hear that hymn the same way again. So if your mom is alive, you call her, you go see her. If she's not, then like me, you celebrate where she left you. It's Friday. It's the 2 days before Mother's Day, and I'll give you 60 seconds to get started on either one of those projects, and I'll see you Monday.